Welcome to Friend Date with Shawana and Sonia, where we discuss friendship, life lessons, and lessons learned. And so today we're going to get right into our topic, which is the male ego and
It's fragility because it's fragile.
hey, friend, toast to you.
Sounds French.
So let's get into this discussion that we got going on.
Big sip.
So let's talk about the male ego, because honey, I can tell you right now, men are so different now than from years ago when I was quote unquote heavily dating. It seems like everything is a strike to their ego. You can't be too successful. You can't put them in a place. You can't motivate them or give them tools to lead a better life without them feeling like
attacked
and
less than. Yeah, and the truth is they are less than, which is why we were designed. We were created to assist them, to help them see what they don't see, to help them accomplish what they, set out to do, or to even think about what they should be trying to accomplish. We are the motivators in the sense that, the reason why a man wants a nice car, a nice house, and plenty of money is for what? To be able to get the woman that he wants.
That is true.
The woman that he wants brings a certain level of status and respect by his peers in the world or whatever. So the fact that, when we try to give direction or assistance in a way that men may not see directly, that is to assist them and to help them, and that they feel less than, it's really a problem.
That is true. Any man out here that's looking for a good woman should know that part of being a good woman is giving you correction when needed. And it's not because we're being bitchy. It's not because we're nagging. And it's not because we feel the need to control you. Whatever we tell you, we're telling you for the benefit of yourself so that you can be better. It's not because we feel like we got to always correct you or we got to control you. No, that's not it. That is not it. Like my friend said, we were put here to motivate, to inspire, to be your better half. But nowadays, when we attempt to do these things, we are given a label as the angry Black woman, or we're given a label as being mean or controlling or all of these other things, instead of you just sitting back and thinking to yourself, like, yeah, maybe I should work on this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she's right. And another label we're given is being masculine. There is no woman that I know, including myself, that is masculine in the company of a real man.
That is true.
A real man that takes lead, that directs and handles what needs to be handled. Baby, we are willing princess passengers. Okay, baby, you want me to do this? Okay. Because that's our nature.
That's our nature.
We want to be that way.
But you got to bring out that, you got to be the right man, and you got to bring out that soft side in us where we feel like we can be that way.
Yeah. And it is a balance, because it's not that, men have to know everything and be able to have all the answers. No, but know when you're getting good counsel. And with respect, like it doesn't, a woman shouldn't be yelling it and making you feel less than. But if she's just trying to calmly communicate, babe, this is something that you really need to work on, or this would make our life better if you did this. Like, listen to your woman. Like she love you. She trying to tell you what she think is gonna make you great. Like women usually we know our men. We know everything about them. That's generally why we know, that you started cheating, because you're doing stuff different. So when she's making a suggestion, it's not to make you feel less than, it's to make you really be greater. Like, babe, if you do this, you really gonna be killing it. So just, put that ego to the side and just listen. And the last thing I want to mention is, obviously it depends on the respect that you have for the person that's telling you this. Like, if you hold this person in high regard and you feel like that they are for you, then what they say should count.
Yep.
But if this is, but although It can be a total stranger that you don't know or respect, that's still spitting facts and telling you something that you can improve. You have to have discernment. Think about it. Hey, if you apply this, what are the drawbacks? Is there any negatives? No. Okay, then maybe even though it is a perfect stranger, that they're able to give you some advice that actually benefits you. Because baby, we want y'all to win. That's what I feel like is missing, that men don't realize that we really do want you to win. We don't want you to feel less than. We want you to be great. Although you don't feel the same way about us. I'm talking about black men and black women. Y'all don't feel the same way about us, but we still feel like that about y'all.
We still feel that way about y'all.
Because we want you to lead the households. We want you to be back in the households. We want you to be great and be an example and represent our families. We want that. But somehow that message is not.
No, that message has
been lost.
It's been lost. It's been lost, and a lot of it has to do with the way we are conditioned today. A lot of it has to do with all this stupid ass shit on social media. A lot of it has to do where men just feeling like a woman got to chase them down, and when the woman does, either detach herself or remove herself from a situation, she feels like ain't going nowhere. Y'all egos get real fragile when y'all really didn't even do shit to keep the relationship intact.
Yeah. And that, I think that a lot of men are now experiencing what women, basically a lot of women have reached their thresholds far sooner than in previous times. So what they would have tolerated, like our mothers and grandmothers, we don't hardly tolerate that anymore.
No, we don't.
And we don't have to.
We don't have to.
And that is the difference. Would we like to entertain someone that, is loving and caring and, improving themselves and want, to commit? Yes. But are we willing to tolerate the lies and deception, manipulation and possessiveness and violence? No,
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So make a choice. What type of man do you actually want to be? Not one that you can fool women or make them think that you're this kind of way. Why don't you just really be that guy? Be him. Be him when no one is looking. When nobody but you and God know what you're doing. Be that guy, and you will have a plethora of women beating down your door.
However, I also feel like a lot of men these days don't want to be that guy.
No, but they do. They do want to be that guy.
They want your ass, though. They want ass, but they don't want to be that guy.
They want to be the guy that their guys respect. And the level of respect and the standards is low.
It is.
If you got money and your body look like this, you the man. What about the man that takes good care of his mama? What about the man that takes care of his kids? He may have a dad bod, but baby, he know everything that's going on with his children. For women, baby, that's okay with us. Because you can always improve on your body. You can always improve in areas of finance and things like that if you're focused on it.
If you're focused. But see, here's the thing now. There is a difference because let's just be realistic. A lot of men are intimidated because Black women, we doing the shit. We making money. I just was reading an article about how home ownership among single Black women is up by double digits in percentage.
Yeah.
We're buying our own homes and, maintaining our careers, and we living our peaceful, loving lives. We out here traveling. And yeah, we do want companionship. But now it's like the male ego has prevented them from even engaging in a relationship with us because they feel like, oh, well, she's out earning me or she makes more money than I do. But now I'm going to tell you like this, and I learned this a long time ago. A real man won't be intimidated by that. A real man going to get with that woman and find out how he can get to that level. And I've seen it happen. I know, and I'm not going to name names and put anything out there, but I know somebody personally came to me and said, Shawana, you know what? I traveled with y'all and I seen what y'all do and how your family live. And I came back and I said to myself, I got to get on that level.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what he did.
Mm-hmm.
So a real man is not going to be intimidated by that. A real man is going to be like
Inspired.
this, right? Going to
And
be
motivated.
inspired
Yes.
and motivated, and he's going to get with that woman and say, "You know what, baby? I'm not there yet, but let's work together, and we can accomplish this."
And I'm gonna tell you, it's a lot of women that will roll with that.
It is.
They will roll. If you get motivated and you put a plan together, or you like, can you help me? You know, and you working your plan, you committed to it, and you doing it. We will still support that.
Right. We will support that, and I can tell you right now, as a gainfully employed woman, I would wholeheartedly support that. I really would. But what I'm not gonna support is you being in my face with no mission, making no money, and you in the club every weekend.
Right. That's totally opposite. So
that's kind of like, and don't get me wrong, because I love outside.
Right.
And I love to go out. But there's a bigger mission at play for me.
Right, of course.
You know?
It should be, you should have a mission.
You know?
Like at this stage in the game, if you don't know as a man that you should have a purpose and a mission, I feel like both men and women have purposes and mission, but definitely men.
Mm-hmm.
And if you haven't discovered or uncovered that yet, that should be your first agenda, on the first line on your agenda.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I here and what am I supposed to be doing? Who am I supposed to be serving? And how can I translate that into dollars? Okay. So even if you don't know that, but you just know, like, I know that I'm here financially and I want to be there, and you're committed to making a plan and executing it, there will be plenty of women that will do it, that will support you. But here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to your next level, do you still want her, or are you going to divorce her or kick it to the curb like a lot of men do? We see it all the time. They don't stay with the woman that was there when they was broke.
There you go. And see, that's also some advice that I've read up on, and it's that you don't want to be the woman who fixes a man.
Right. The builder. That's what Shira say, call a Barbara the builder. Yeah. You don't want to be her, but there's still plenty of women that are her.
Right. And most of us have to be her, because at the end of the day, with the state of Black women and how successful we are, there's a large chance that whoever we do end up with is going to need some type of motivating or building up if they have a core mission.
Yeah, it's different types of building up. It's building up, like speaking life to you and encouraging you. And it's building up like, I get you the car, I'll let you drive my car. No, we ain't doing that. That is not, in my opinion, productive.
That's not productive.
Those men still leave you.
You're right.
In general. And I hate to have to say this, because everybody is all sensitive and slow today, in my opinion.
Not sensitive and slow.
Yeah, because if I have to say, if you are saying to yourself while you're listening, not all men, not all women. If you're saying that, then you one of the slow people. Obviously, not all men, not all women. So if you want to
get passionate,
you on a slow bus if you're saying that. And I'm just telling you straight up. That goes without saying. It used to be like that goes without saying, but now you have to say it because people slow today.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
At any rate, do not be a Barbara the builder.
Do not.
The man don't stay with you. You done fixed his teeth, fixed his credit, got him a better job.
Not fixed the teeth. Not fixed the teeth.
Helped him get a better job, or a job if he didn't have one. You done did all of this, and once he gets to the next level and feel like, I did this, he don't feel like you helped him do it, even though that's the truth. He go and get somebody else. How you feel about that?
You can give a nigga a leg and he'll use it to walk out on you.
Bars. So I'm just saying.
Period.
Fren said something there. So don't do that. But you can still be an encourager and inspire to a man already on a mission. You can even help him, gain some type of insight on what kind of mission he should be pursuing. Mm-hmm. But don't you dare be the leg that he needs to stand on. And if you ain't supporting him, he won't succeed. Don't be that girl. Mm-hmm. Because if a man really, really is on a mission, mm-hmm. it will be nothing that will stop him So whether he got your support or not, he's still gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say, choose wisely. Don't let your like and wanting a better life with him be the primary and motivating factor for you to do things that you normally wouldn't do and know you shouldn't do.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? But I'm also gonna say, now I'm not gonna say that every man is like that, because there are some men, I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
I just said it goes without saying, Fred. It's not every man.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna play devil's advocate because I don't think it's every man out here, but at this point in time, you do have to be real diligent. You have to do your due diligence on the man that you're about to help. And you got to make sure that this man is the man that you feel like, you see some really great potential. You really have to dig within yourself to make sure that the man you helping is going to end up helping you one day.
I would say that he should already be helping you. Don't be helping nobody that ain't helping you right now.
And when I say help,
yes, please clarify.
When I say help,
I'm opposed to help.
I say help, meaning that if he wasn't able to provide certain things for you while he was building himself up and getting himself together and working on his mission, what I'm saying is that later on down the line, when he achieves those goals with your help, make sure he is going to provide you that help. He's going to take that financial load or whatever it is off of your back. Because there is ways a man can help when he's not all there financially. There are ways. There's a lot of things that he could do. He could be supportive. He could do all of these things that money can't buy. But just make sure that you and this guy is operating on the same wavelength in terms of where y'all relationship is going. And when I say Bob the Builder, building a man up, I'm not talking about the man that you met yesterday in the store and y'all texting, or the man that you met last week, or even the man that you met a month ago. I'm talking about a man who has shown you consistently for at least, I don't know, give me a time frame.
3 months.
At least 3 to 6 months. He has shown you consistently that he wants to be in your life and he has helped you in some type of way. Then you can contemplate helping this man out. I'm not talking about, I met Denarius yesterday in the grocery store and Denarius need a ride to work tomorrow. No, we're not talking about that. No, that's not happening. We're talking about a guy who's consistently been in your life for a couple of months and have shown that, okay, you can depend on him for certain things.
I would say the consistency, not just him wanting to be in your face, because men can play the role just like women. Mm-hmm. We both can play the role of being, acting interested in order to get what we want. But I would say, does his actions match up with his words? Mm-hmm. That is how you know. If he say, okay,
that's why I said consistent.
Yeah, but consistent in his words matching his actions, not just wanting to see you and throw back the sheets. Who ain't consistent with that? Okay. Mm-hmm. I mean, consistent in when he say, okay, I'm doing this and you see results of that. Okay. Oh, I'm planning on this and you see him working toward that. And even that, I'm not a fan of women helping men that don't belong to them. Okay. So if he is not yours, he just somebody you dating and just somebody then you limit your help. He should be improving your life. Otherwise, why are you dating him?
That's why I said you have to be on the same wavelength in terms of what your relationship goals are. Now, if he's talking about, I'm not looking for a long-term relationship right now. I'm not looking for a relationship. I just want to have a good time. There's no way in hell you should be helping him and building him up in any type of way.
Right. He's missed a good time.
Because now you jeopardizing your self-love.
And my personal advice is don't have sex with men like that. Usually, they usually be good at sex, some of them. But don't do it. Don't do it because he's already told you he doesn't want to commit. So what can come as a result of sex? Children. Why risk it? Why even engage with somebody that you potentially have a good time with and can produce a child that has clearly told you, I don't want to be committed to you? It really is to you, because the same the same man that will tell you he ain't looking for nothing serious will be serious with the next chick because that's who he wants. Okay. So you can't go by what they say. That's what he said to you. So if he tells you, I don't want to commit, he don't want to commit to you.
I feel like these days most men, it's just all about it. Most men have taken a whole, well, first of all, dating is just, that just don't happen no more. Like, men just don't even date. They don't even want to take you no fucking where no more. They just want to come over your house. That's what they want to do. That's, men don't even, they don't even,
low level men, that are, it is, in my opinion, because women have lowered their standards. So it's two groups of women. There's women that raise their standards, and men are mad about that, and there's a lot of them. But it's still women that just want somebody, and anybody look at them and say, "Oh, you look good. Can I come over?" Yes, yes, yes. They don't have any standards for what they won't tolerate. So if you with a lot of women that don't tolerate, that will tolerate it, then yeah, you're gonna be like, let me come over. But if you trying to be around women that do have standards and a better quality of life, because that's what you want, then you're gonna be prepared to court them. Because really, do you want a woman that just let anybody hit it? You don't want that. Not really. You want a woman with standards.
I want a woman with standards.
Even with you, because how do you know?
Because, honey, a woman with a woman with no standards is just as dangerous as a man with no standards.
It's like a house with no doors.
It's a house with no doors.
So, if a man
gonna always be drafty,
right? Real drafty and loose, baby. So that's not, like if you want that, they say a man can buy a house, but a woman makes it a home.
Yeah.
So we need both parties is necessary. What type of living arrangement do you want? Do you want just a house that is, drafty, maybe decorated nicely, or do you want a home that's warm and welcoming, that's supportive and full of love? That is what you can have, but that comes with standards.
It comes with standards. But back to the topic, which was, the male ego here. In this day and age, you can't provide correction. You can't do it. And men get butthurt,
sassy.
Men get butthurt for a lot of reasons. Now, if you don't speak to, if they feel like you ain't speak to them properly, or you ain't get them the love they deserved when they ran into you, they fucking ego get hurt, and now they out to destroy and hit and cause chaos. It's just a lot. It's a lot. And I can always tell, because like I've spoken with several men, and I've been in the dating realm for the last, couple years or whatever. And I can always tell when things are not going to go right with a man because of who I am as a person and what I have and what I've accomplished. And one of the things that I learned to look out for is, if I have a party or something, and I'm talking to a guy and I invite him over or whatever to the party, and he comes in and he looks at my home and be like, well, oh, wow, you got a nice home. That's key number one. Mm-hmm. That's key point number one. Mm-hmm. When he look around and you look at your house and be looking all cross-added and shit, mm-hmm. that I know right then and there, this ain't about to go nowhere, because he about to be intimidated.
Right. I think it's just the quality of the man. Like, mm-hmm. In general, the man that you're talking about, they ain't on shit. So a man that's on shit, he gonna be like proud of you, and he gonna be like, oh, she got this, great, because now he don't have to provide that, because you already got it. Mm-hmm. He should already have it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So that's different. So it's the quality of man. The quality of the man that you're talking about is going to determine how they respond when they learn things about you. Mm-hmm. The right type of man is going to be impressed, not intimidated. He's going to be interested and intrigued, not looking how he going to manipulate and take advantage.
Mm-hmm. And on top of that, let me just add this too. Now, I want you to know that just because a man is there financially and he has the same things that you probably, or y'all equally yoked, meaning you got your own house, your own money, your own whatever, and he got this, and you think, okay, we gonna be perfectly matched and we gonna rule the world together. That don't necessarily happen like that, because men with money don't necessarily want you to have money either. There are men out here who are very financially well off, and they're very successful, and they own their own homes and have business, and whatever, 6 figures, whatever, they got it, but they don't want their woman to have that either. So just be mindful that just because a man got money don't mean that he wants you to come with money.
Well, only again, a lesser man feels that way. A man that wants to control you with his money is the only one that would be concerned that you got money. Because most men that have money and know that you got money, really it's a little bit of a relief. Because number one, they ain't got to fully spend on all your needs because you done
Men
took
don't
care of
see
all
it
your
like
needs.
that, though. Men do not see it like
They
that.
do. It's the quality of man. A man that is well to do only wants a woman that is not if he wants to use his money to control her, which they do. If he know that he can keep you at his, at the house, and he gonna take care of you, you gonna have what you need. You have your purses and your shoes and go shopping. You do all the shit that women like to do. But he gonna have 3 other bitches on the side, and he gonna come and go as he please. Men love that. So that's the only reason why a man would be intimidated by you having your own money, because you ain't got to tolerate that shit.
Well, there's a price to pay for everything. There is a price to pay for everything.
It's a price, but I'm just saying it's the caliber of man that you're looking at. So don't be going for the man with the 6-pack. I'm sorry. I mean, it's no offense. You can, you may like that and it looks good, but generally, those guys aren't in it to, make a life with you and make life greater for you and them. They're in it for them.
You said man with a 6-pack?
I mean, women, because lust is one of those desires. Like everybody like to look at something nice. But best believe you gonna pay a price. Now, whether
I like to look at something nice.
Everybody like to look at something nice, but looking at something nice and making a life with something is totally different. Now,
so let me ask you this question, friend. So, how do you deal with men with fragile egos?
I don't. That's how I deal with it.
I mean, well, how did you deal with it in the past? Because I know you done dated somebody who had an ego, or you done went out or talked to some men who had, ego issues and, whatever. So how did you deal with it?
The relationships end because I'm going to speak to you with love. Okay. If you my man, I'm not going to be, going off at the mouth. I'm going to talk to you with love. So if you can't hear my words and my words don't penetrate in a way to make you want to change or improve, then you're not the man for me.
Mm-hmm. So how did you deal with it in the past?
I ended the relationship.
You ended the relationship.
Because I'm going to try.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to set the example. I'm going to try to introduce you to people and things and
Mm-hmm.
books and stuff. I'm going to do my best to show you that what I'm saying, why I'm saying it, and how it can improve you. And if
Mm-hmm.
none of that lands, then we're going to have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to be with somebody that can't make adjustments,
Mm-hmm.
that ain't thinking about what I'm saying and acting accordingly. Now, does that mean that everything I say he got to act on immediately? No, but he should be taking note.
Mm-hmm.
He should be like, was she really, especially stuff that I'm mentioning more than once, where you're really, like, I'm going to give you an example. It was a guy that I dated talking about fragile ego. Now, this guy, if you look at him, you wouldn't be like, oh my God, you wouldn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not what attracted me to him was his physical appearance.
Okay.
It was his personality.
His personality.
And he was very talented and comical and warm. When you met him, people be like, oh, I see why you like him. You understand? He that type of guy. But as we dated, he was the type of guy that providing for his family and whatever means necessary wasn't of utmost importance. His pride was more important than providing.
Mm-hmm.
So if he was, let's say he did construction, he would never work a regular job. That's the first thing. Okay. He didn't do that till way years later. And that's because, he had no choice. But anyway, so he would do little construction jobs and things like that. So if he fall out with the person that's, in charge, or he always had a reason for why he's not doing the work,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to creating his own construction business.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been doing that, which he thought he did. And he would say he was, but he wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
That relationship couldn't continue because the moment I'm like, so I'm going to be with this guy because he is able to handle the business. I was all kind of bitches and we fell out obviously, and I understand you mad, but I had taken all that I could take.
Okay, so he worked construction.
Not consistently.
And you gave him tools to help him start his own construction,
or
you were trying to motivate him to start his
Neither.
own? Okay.
He had the tools. He had the support. My suggestion was go do that shit. All you need to do was market. and get the necessary, insurances and things that you need to do the work.
Okay.
He wouldn't do it. It's the white man set up and blah. He always got a reason for why he not trying to go and do more. Mm-hmm. Now, he was committed to something. He was committed to doing music, and he would invest in doing that. He would spend money on studio time, even though he had to spend a lot because he had a lot of friends and things like that. So I didn't dissuade him from doing that. Did I think his music was fantastic? I thought some songs was nice and I could see them being popular. But did I think he was going to be a massive superstar? Mm-hmm. No. But I never said that. And nor did I ever indicate that I think you're not great. As far as I'm concerned, you can be the greatest because that's how I feel when I love you. I want you to be great. You can be the greatest. Mm-hmm. But if he would have put that same drive that he put toward his music, toward making a living in the other ways that he did, he would have been better off. And whenever I would try to approach anything that was along the lines of this is how you can be better, he would be upset.
Really?
Yeah.
And so what is he doing today?
I have no idea because
is he opening? Is he at the concerts? He
did like do some touring and stuff, but I don't keep up with motherfuckers. I don't fuck with. He on my fuck you list, so fuck you. Like I don't know what the fuck he doing. Have no idea. But I know he ain't famous. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, then we would know. But it don't matter. The point is, if like love didn't have nothing to do with it, I could love him enough or support him, and none of that.
So, do you think it was his ego that got in the way, or was it his passion for?
No, it was his
music?
Ego.
Okay,
it was ego. Because if like a man is like, yeah, I don't have no money doing construction, I'm finna go. Like you have an opportunity to go sweep floors or go do something that you feel like is less than, but it's gonna provide money. Do it. Because your family is starving, as opposed to no, I'm better than that, and I'm not gonna let nobody make me feel less than. Like I'm not saying bend over and take it up the ass. I know, don't do that. Don't do anything that's actually gonna make you, challenge your manhood. But if doing a meaningful days of work, whether it's Instacarting or building, a skyscraper, like both of them is respectable. If you putting food on the table and not, jeopardizing your manhood, but it was how he saw it. And I just can't respect a man that doesn't love his family enough to do whatever is necessary without hurting nobody, nothing morally or ethically questionable to do what you got to do. Like I respect the man far more, like that rapper. And I don't know his name because baby, I don't remember, but they were talking shit about him because he was like Ubering and he used to be like, one of somebody that we all used to groove to. And I had nothing but man respect for that because baby, he out here still getting it. He could have been ones that, you know what they saying, what they have to do to get them record deals. He could have been like, now we know why it's a lot of one-hit wonders. Maybe you don't know, friend. You know what they. But anyway.
But
my point is that was respectable to me.
Do I know the rapper?
No, I was asking, do you know what people are saying you have to do to get a record deal?
I know what people are saying.
Okay, so I'm saying maybe he didn't do that, and which is, you know what I'm saying? So my point is, to me, he still is respectable. Just because you're not famous anymore, or you're still famous, but you're not making that kind of money, but you're still trying to provide for your family, that is respectable to me. And so a man that will just maintain that is cool with me, as opposed to like, yeah, I can't do it. I can't, if I can't, get 100,000, then I can't do it. Boy, go sit down. I can't
get 100,000.
I mean, I respect the hustle, but unless, if you willing to compromise or do whatever, then okay. But you're gonna feel less than a man. So I don't condone it. I respect men doing manly shit.
Yeah, that's true. But everybody wants the princess treatment now. We do. Men want the princess treatment. We want the princess treatment. It's just the battle of the fucking princesses.
That's a damn shame.
And that's basically what it is.
Yeah. So
battle of the bitches. May the best bitch win.
Will the real men stand up? Please, because if you 50-50 in and I gotta open your door and like, who raised you? Like, who raised you? Your mama, you saw your mama work like a dog, so you feel like all women need to work for like a dog for you? Instead of most men, when they were little and they saw their mama getting abused and mistreated and worked so hard, they want to relieve her of that. They want to retire her so she don't have to do that. But today, you want a woman to do just exactly that and 2 or 3 times more for you. Like, make it make sense. And please make it stop. Because what are our daughters going to do? They're going to be alone. Because who's going to put up with that? Not mine.
Yeah, honey, that, yeah.
So I guess that's all I have to say about it. What about you, friend?
I think you have said it.
I've said plenty. I know, because this is ridiculous. We need the men back in the households raising boys to be men.
Okay? What I'm going to say is this. And one thing about me is I'm going to tie everything back to self-love. And we're going back to the point where we stated about, helping men get to where they need to be, and we don't have a problem with that. And there's definitely not a problem with that if it's the right man, but everything is going to tie back to self-love, and you got to love yourself first in everything that you do. And I'm going to always preach that you got to love yourself first before you can help anybody, and know your limits, know your boundaries, know the man that you help. And like I said, don't help Tyrone that you met yesterday. That's not what we're talking about. Know your limits, know your boundaries with anything, because everything has a limit, and you should be strong and committed to whatever boundaries you set for yourself. And you got to know the man that you helping. You got to know. You got to know that, this gonna be for the benefit of myself later on down the road. And if you can't have that, then there's no sense of helping. Don't be the woman that changed somebody and then they walk out on your ass, because that's what's happening now. That seems to be a big thing now.
And I don't even know how you can know that. How can you know that even if you all agree, okay, I'm gonna do this? It's no way to really know that. Ask the women that they paid for their husbands to go to school and he still left them when he got on. It's no way to know that, even being married to them. So protect yourself at all costs.
But there's women, there's women who do that too. There's women who get with a man for a certain amount of time to get on their feet, and then they leave them too. So it's a double-edged sword. But as with any relationship, you really just don't know. Like, there's no guarantee. Even if you two people working together to be committed and y'all equally yoked or whatever, there's no guarantee for any relationship. None whatsoever. There's no guarantee for any relationship. But we as women, we do want things to get better, and we do want you to understand it. As good women, we only want the best for you, like we said earlier, and there's just no need, like these egos, and, I can't listen to my woman. It all got to stop. It all got to stop, because at the end of the day, you need to love and protect Black women. And that's just how it goes. You need to love and protect Black women, because we are nurturing by nature,
because we birthed you.
We are nurturing by nature, and we truly do want the best for you. But like, when you let your ego get in the way of the love of a good Black woman, there's nothing me and my girl can do about it. That's on you. That's your loss at the end of the day. So, but on that note, we're gonna wrap this up. And you know what? Leave us a comment and tell us what you think about the male ego and what's going on today. And do you think that, there's a way where we can get back to each other and people can put the egos down and we can love one another like it's supposed to be? Leave us a comment. And until next time, we'll see you soon. Bye.